Hey everyone, Dan Dog Crypto here. Thank you for interacting and leaving messages. Sorry I haven't had a chance to get back to everyone, but I'll make a point to follow up. Pzen, once again, I strongly recommend it. It's an early opportunity. If you have a chance and haven't interacted with previous videos, please do so. I explain the benefits and also clarify the FUD that was started stating that Pzen was a scam. Pzen is an early opportunity where the Web3 design, socially engineered. First, we have to understand it's an ERC20 token, which is an Ethereum smart contract. Ethereum is the superhighway. It is the interaction, and off and built on top of Ethereum are smart contracts. Pzen is designed to create wealth. Well, how does it do this? Well, the 2% redistribution pay it forward. Key thing is we're early as we interact with the protocol. It is complete. It is a finished product. The code, the uniqueness of the code where the 2% redistribution pay it forward. There are no whales. We have a burn function. This burn function reduces the supply, which is key. The burn reduces supply where in a deflationary environment, it's a closed loop Pzen economy. The redistribution where we have a participation, an interaction. Pzen is an economy of ownership. Your wallet becomes your bank. It is a decentralized protocol. The network. We have to understand how the network operates. With Ethereum, in order to interact, you need Ethereum. And now if you interact with an ERC20 token and create a swap or a purchase, there is a fee. There's a gas fee. Now you can swap and interact with any ERC20 token. Pzen is an ERC20 token. It is a network. It is a redistribution network. Pay it forward. The interaction, the participation. As the network grows and there's more interactions, the participant that interacts with Pzen, there is a 2% redistribution. This 2% redistribution now gets redistributed to all the holders of Pzen. Pzen, an ERC20 token, but you have ownership of the whole ecosystem, which is an economic economy. It's an economy where you have ownership of Pzen, which operates smart contract on Ethereum. Well, as you interact, Pzen, the network, the interaction, there is a redistribution. Well, the person that is deciding to take profits, exit, there is a redistribution, a 2% on the interaction, the participation to exit Pzen. At that point, he may swap to a USDC, he may swap to an Ethereum, and as he swaps or she swaps, there is a transaction fee. There's an Ethereum gas fee, and then there's the redistribution, the interaction, the pay it forward network, which is Pzen, is a wealth redistribution, because Pzen is a closed loop where it creates a network effect, and we are early. Metcalf'S law. The value of a network grows with each new participant. ERC20 token. Now we have Pzen, the interaction. This interaction is a network participation which gets redistributed to all the holders of Pzen economy. The code, which is immutable, it cannot be stopped. The code will run for infinite. The redistribution that occurs now creates a productivity for your wallet. It becomes a producer, the ability to produce work, because the code is immutable, but the code, the redistribution, the 2%, the network economy, pay it forward, all of a sudden, it will do what it said it will do. So Pzen is a redistribution network where all the participants now get a redistribution because they have a percentage ownership of Pzen. In Metcalf'S law, the concept was used with phones and how it would interact, or a fax machine. When there are only two participants, there can only be two connections, which is only one edge. When there are 5 participants, that makes it a unique connection, which creates more edges. And that is Pzen within the network. We are early as we start creating a redistribution wealth network that all who interact will benefit, because the code, the 2% redistribution minus the 0.01%, which is the burn, and then 0.2%, which is a charity that will get distributed once the DAO and everyone that is a holder of Pzen will vote. So there will be a charity, which is to help others in need, which is something that will benefit the community as well once they start understanding the benefits of interacting, where you also have a charity that you will be helping others in need. But Pzen is an interconnected closed loop, which will follow Metcalf'S law. Then if you have 8 participants, now you will have 8 edges, and as it grows, so creating a network effect. So each participant, the interaction, they now become owners of Pzen. Well, you generate a yield. This yield as there is an interaction and your wallet receives more Pzen, the code is immutable, but the code now, based on the percentage of your ownership, it becomes a financial vehicle, a interaction participant. This is the key. It's a cooperative redistribution, ownership, pay it forward network based on all interactions. Well, as an interaction occurs, your wallet receiving the Pzen. That's why I state it is the transaction transfer size. So now that gets distributed to all the holders based on your ownership. So now, if there is someone who is exiting and you may choose to exit, now you have the opposite side. You have a seller and you have a buyer. The seller, there's a 2% redistribution. The buyer, there's a 2% redistribution. The variable is now the size of that interaction. That gets redistributed minus the burn, minus the charity. It goes to all the holders. Once we've received that interaction, on the next interaction, you will receive a larger percentage. So your wallet, being a producer, also increases its productivity, receiving more Pzen, which in turn, when you analyze it on a yield, you will receive more yield or an increasing yield that compounds. Well, as we create this Metcalf'S law, the participation cooperative, where all holders are part of the ecosystem and sharing the benefits of the network, it is key because it grows. Also within Pzen, it is an income producer. Well, if I share the benefits of Pzen, it's a redistribution network. A 2% gets redistributed. The participant entering, there will be a 2%. The participant that is exiting, there will be a 2%. Gets redistributed. But the participant is key. We're creating a participant, a cooperative network. Well, the cooperative are all the holders that share the benefits. Well, if I introduce someone to Pzen based on my yield, in theory, it also has included a referral because there's a redistribution. So the more interactions, the frequency, that is time. When you analyze a true financial existing product which is controlled through centralized elite, the 1%, and you want to interact with their system, there is a fee. There is in a fund, a front-end load. There is a 12B1 load. There is a rear load. With Pzen, it's a closed loop. The community owns their share of Pzen. A fixed supply was 880 million. With each interaction, each participant, there is a burn. So you get the burn that is occurring across all, creating a massive circle loop. which reducing the supply, redistributing Pzen to all the holders. So the network is a cooperative network as we share the benefits of Pzen. Pay It Forward is the name that we give Pzen, which has the ability to do good, because it's something that a community unites together to share the benefits, to interact with a network which is created on Ethereum, which is the superhighway. Now you have Pzen, a financial vehicle, which the code describes any interaction with the network. Cooperatively, what happens as each one, and we share the benefits, it becomes a referral as well based on what percentage you own. But also because of an introduction that was introduced by any one of the Zenites that hold Pzen, the ownership, all of a sudden what happens? Everyone benefits, not just one person. So the network, it's all looped all together, creating Metcalf'S law. So it will multiply. So you share the benefits. It is a financial network, an interaction, a participant interaction, a cooperative asset, digital asset, where you own your percentage of the Pzen economy. When you decide it is right for you to exit, it is a transfer of ownership. You transfer this ownership and it will always do what it says it will do. The redistribution, pay it forward, the 2%. Now you transfer your ownership and the new participant now has your ownership, a transfer based on whatever size. On the next interaction, they will receive their percentage of Pzen. Well, on the next interaction, the transaction transfer size, because now they have it and it's been increasing, the yield goes up. So it becomes a compounding productivity asset, because it's in an economy, a network that creates a closed loop. Early opportunity, Pzen. That's why I came out when I saw and started researching Pzen, just taking a neutral stance and just seeing the benefits. But the attack that was occurring on Conrad Zen, unfortunately, it occurred with hexagons that truly didn't understand the protocol. They may have been involved in crypto for quite a while. I've been involved with crypto for quite a while. I've interacted, but not just with crypto. I've been independent, self-sufficient for over 25 years. Multiple businesses bought and sold, trading the dot-com era, the technology era, long before all these so-called experts on trying to create a trend between support and resistance and wedges and falling wedges. Long before all that, when they were in school, I had already exited and was doing extremely well. Let's just leave it at that. By analyzing the productivity at that point was stocks, but understanding the potential and the possibilities and the odds of probabilities. The same thing I did with hacks, the odds of probabilities and researching a Richard Hart, but understanding what Hex and the T-shares long before anyone understood it, and what are the probabilities that you create a network effect, a Metcalf'S law. And the larger the network, the more economic mass. Pzen, we are early, we are creating this. But you have to understand that we, the participants, anyone who interacts and has ownership of it, all you do is introduce and share the benefits. It's a productivity network where a pay-it-forward redistribution, which truly does become a wealth generator, life-changing asset, because it is immutable. It cannot be stopped. That's why I came out, because I saw the opportunities and I didn't like the FUD that was going on, and I wanted to come out and support Conrad Zen to show the benefits of this. Otherwise, I would have come out years ago and started explaining hacks, but I was in chat rooms at that point just trying to explain the benefits of hacks. And with Bitcoin, long before even Bitcoin, I had a buddy of mine who sold 100 Bitcoins on the first, we'll say, bull market, and he mined those with his GPU cards long before anyone, and yeah, he made $100,000, which again, he decided to take a distribution, and he's free to do that. Hindsight will always be 20/20. His 100 now would be 1.9 million. So yes, he had others, but he took profits. That's what's happened with hacks. People don't realize it. You have hacks, and what happens is you had a 2.5-year stake, and then it went to 3-year, then it increased to 4-year, then it went to 5-year, then the average stake length is 7.5, close to 8 years. As the early adopters, their maturity, their stakes mature, they may roll and extend the stakes, but at the end, when you see something spike, Hex is a great product, but their people are also taking profits. We're hoping Pulsechain launches. Pzen will also launch on Pulsechain, but this is an early opportunity. It's a cooperative effort, creating a network effect. We are so early. And even at this price right now, it doesn't matter. This is an opportunity to purchase, because it is early. People are deciding to take a distribution. Anyone that is early, that is healthy for Pzen, because what happens is you're creating a network, because it is a network. It's a redistribution network. People need to know that. And it has a built-in referral, because the more that you interact, the more that you introduce Pzen and teach the benefits of it, it's a redistribution network at 2%. And it benefits all that interact, and you own your ownership of Pzen with a 2% redistribution as you exit and as you enter. That is a 2% interaction, participant, cooperatively, working together. That is also a referral, because as you interact, as you introduce someone, your wallet receives more Pzen. And as we create a Metcalf'S law and more interactions occur, the odds of probabilities, because it creates a closed loop. You're going to have an increase in value. Where increase in value, there'll be some that will interact and decide to potentially take profits, and others will let time compound, because time is key. That's very important, that yes, you may have an appreciation, but time compounds, and the frequency with Pzen, that's why it's an amazing protocol, because the frequency, the interactions that potentially will be coming, it increases the speed of time. So your transaction transfer size and its frequency, all of a sudden now, it is not based on a just daily. You're going to have a frequency that accelerates dramatically, and then you have volume with the frequency. It's not listed on CoinMarketCap. It is still very new. This is day 55. So Metcalf'S law is real. Any Bitcoin, Ethereum, any ERC20 tokens, hacks, that's what's created. One person, two people, 5 people, 8 people, 10 people, 20 people. When you see all these youth, they weren't there. Now they maybe potentially they did well, they sold, they didn't fully stake, but they tell everyone to stake, and maybe they had a stake end, and then they were able to capitalize on the top. God bless, that's beautiful. But if someone hasn't had that opportunity, I believe Hex is a great product. Well, Pzen is a great product. Pzen has an early opportunity creating a Metcalf'S law network effect because it's cooperatively working together with all that interact. That's why it's important either you share it, tell it to a friend, introduce a friend, you create a YouTube content, you create a tweet, you interact with whether it's on YouTube, a live stream. We're only viewing just crypto within a crypto community. There's only 4%, 5% of the global population that is understanding the benefits of crypto in this volatile market. And cryptocurrency, Pzen, is going to do fantastic because money is coming into cryptocurrency, because where else are they going to get a yield? And also the devaluation of currencies, assets. So they're pouring money into assets. Well, they've already poured so much money, which they would pour money to buy back their own stocks, driving up the prices and then selling. Well, now they need to redistribute that wealth into other things. And you see the bond market with the UK and with their bonds, and central bankers coming in, interacting, trying to help, supporting price, because it's a debt cycle. Money, once it's created, do you get credit to create more money? Then you have credit, and then you have money. Is it used to create debt? So you sell off. So you're selling bonds. Someone has to purchase these bonds, and then there's a maturity date. Well, are there buyers of these bonds? So if there's no buyers, and you see the DXY and the US dollar, because all currency follow the same pattern, the central banks, government officials that put into policies into effect. And at the end, what happens is basic mathematics. You have to meet your obligations. If a country cannot meet their obligations, they have to now generate income, and they have to sell debt, in theory, to raise money. And then that matures. These are the bonds. And then the cycle occurs. Well, if you're running in a deficit, most businesses would be out. Well, government, what did they do? They increase the debt ratio, the ceiling, and the deficit continues increasing. Well, that's why with cryptocurrency, it's the highest appreciating asset. Pzen is early. We're creating Metcalf'S law and early opportunity. And yes, I believe there will be millionaires created. But if you sit on the sidelines, don't share the benefits, and you expect everyone else to do it for you, no, you just start. This is an opportunity, and you share it. I've been having small group interactions and introducing Pzen. I did that with hacks. That's how I interacted. So there are so many benefits here. It's the community. It's a cooperative community. We have to understand that. Early opportunity. Conrad Zen, Bitcoin Foundation member, advocate for hacks. His character, as I state, he is telling you the truth. There is a reset, and most people aren't aware of that. And so be aware. Pzen, a redistribution network creating wealth. Share it. Enjoy the benefits, but understand it. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon.